What is up, everybody? Thanks for joining me today. We're going to be fishing the Yamamoto Baits Yamatanuki. Really neat looking bait, new to me, haven't fished it yet. Let's get it in the water, get that skunk off our backs, and get a little more into the bait as this video moves on. So this is what she looks like out of the packaging. Really unique looking bait, pretty cool, definitely caught my eye. Now I first kind of found out about this from my buddy at RWA Fishing. Shout out to Russell, thanks brother. He does quite well on this. I wanted to try it out on my water. I was walking through Academy, couldn't resist. This is the green pumpkin blue color. I thought that was pretty neat. Also got another color, it's a little more experimental. We'll get into that after we catch a couple fish. There we go. Hey, that didn't take long. Feeling like a bass. A nice one. Yep, good for our first. Not huge. Oh man, did I lose my tanuki? Beautiful. And an awesome sign for the day. Yes. Good job. Unhooked there. There we go. Tanuki for a bass, I think I'd make that trade. Good looking fish, good looking little largemouth. Awesome way to start our day out here. I'm gonna save you a cameo because I think we're gonna catch a lot today. Get you back in. Thanks, buddy. That fish bit in a hurry. It's about noon right now. I think that bite's only gonna get better as the day progresses. We had a good amount of rain. Last week was kind of tough, but considering we caught that fish within 2 casts, I think we're gonna do quite well today. The way I'm working this bait is really just kind of slow popping and swimming, dragging, kind of just popping it around the bottom 2 feet of the water column, right around this riprap. Kind of gonna throw it around that heavier structure today. That's where I think these fish are gonna be, trying to pick this and that out of the rocks. It is absolutely gorgeous today. Last week was 90s. This week is some sweet 70-degree weather. Oh, that's a good fish, guys. That is a good fish. Kind of caught me off guard. I thought we were hung on a rock. Nope, bass. Oh man, he spit that the old Yamatanuki as well. That's a nice one. That is a pretty one. All right. Bait for fish. That is a trade I will continue to make all day. Thankfully, came in a generous 10-pack and I had 2 of them. Pretty fish right there. All right, they are certainly biting, and it is quite refreshing considering last week was a bit tough. It's a nice one we pulled out of that pocket. We'll get her back in. We'll keep going at it, throw a couple more casts here maybe before we jump if this area is gonna be really productive today. It's starting to get a little bigger. I mean, that's a decent one. It's like a 1.5 pounds maybe. Thank you, girl. So I did just watch that fish spit that bait right off the hook, as did the other one. It was all right though. Probably my fault for trying to be cheap and rigging them on a ball head. I prefer working baits on a ball head, I gotta say. I do have Ned style baits, but I've always had more luck with this. I figure, what are the chances of the Ned type bait actually landing face down on that flat side? They're probably pretty unlikely. Get the same effect like this, but I can get 10 of these for the price of 4 of those little Ned rigs. There we go. Nice fish. Drum, I think. Yep. I haven't seen one of y'all in a while. Flippity flip. That's a pretty big drum. And they love like anything bass love. And we actually got to keep our bait, so that's refreshing. What's up, buddy? Cool fish, man. Enjoy catching them. Pretty coloring on this one. We'll get her back in. Needed that bite. Thank you. Look at those big eyes, man. All right. So that drum like the Tanuki. Yamatanuki. Hey, you gotta go the other way, man. Here we go. And we were recording. Awesome. Check out our damage report. Not bad. Really not bad. So, plastic is like what you'd expect from the Yamamoto baits. Kind of like that Senko style. It's looks like we got it on decently now, but I have a feeling that's going to start slowly slipping off our hook. However, I'll tell you what, one thing I've noticed about these baits is that I feel like I'm snagging less than I typically do working riprap. I'm not really getting hung up too often. I think it's the shape maybe. It's just pinging off of stuff, and I really do appreciate that. So we made a quick jump. I wanted some fresh riprap, some fresh fish to throw around this other color I purchased on. Now this is the purple brown lamb, L-A-M. I don't know what that stands for. It's purple brown, so to me it looks pretty pink, but we're gonna chug it around, try to catch something on it. Oh, good fish. Tiny. Maybe not that tiny. I don't know. Could be running me into the rocks. Is this a line? No, that's a bass. That's a decent one. Oh my gosh. Oh no. All right, everybody, take a look. Take a look. I think I'll hit it again. I see it. It's right there. On the pink. I didn't touch it. Doesn't really count. But it was a pretty one. I wasn't fighting it all crazy, because I swore, man, it was like giving like a line. It was really, really weird. It was like when you hit a snagged line, it slowly starts pulling off the ground. That's what it felt like. It did not feel like a bass. That was a decent one though. That would have been a fun catch. I mean, I guess it was. I got it up on the rocks. This is more so a bait trial, I guess, so if I hit the pink, kind of wanted to accomplish that before setting out here. So that Yamamoto Baits Yamatanuki, hard name to say, awesome bait to catch fish on. I'm quite fond of this one. I liked it. It's got a real unique design to it. I thought that was kind of cool, man. It really caught my eye when I first saw it. So all in all, loved the bait. A couple pros and cons I found was, first off, I opted for the 2.5 inch one, so that's smaller profile. My fish have been eating smaller sized baits lately. I think it has to do a lot with the heat. Typically come summer, 2.5 to 3.5 inches is the length I want to throw in a bait. Now this one weighed in at 5.86 grams, so it was a dense little fella, and I absolutely loved that. I appreciated it. I really liked the shape when I was fishing it heavy on my rocks, on my riprap, which is kind of easy pickings for me bass wise. Come afternoon when it's somewhat hot out, you know, it was about I think I was doing this around noon. I didn't have too much time, so I knew that I'd eventually find some fish sitting right on my rocks, and didn't take too long to get them. But the shape of this bait, it pinged off of my snags, off of my little rocks, absolutely no problem, and I was fishing an exposed hook, so I thought that was kind of cool. I did opt to rig this on 1/8 ounce jig head. If I can get away with fishing a bait like this on a jig head, I'm gonna do it. Now it does have that little slot, and for all my weedless fellas out there, this is what it looks like with a 1/0 EWG. It fits in there just a-okay. Probably intended to be fished this way. Color wise, really like the colors. So this is the brown purple. Now it is very pink to me, but that's just me. It looks like there's a little bit of a browner pour right up there onto that pink. Now this is the green pumpkin blue, and you got those nice little blue flakes, that cool green pumpkin color. I knew this one would be the fish catcher of the day. So all in all, awesome experience fishing this bait. I definitely am gonna take it out again. Durability, so I guess the only real con I found with the bait is it is that Yamamoto plastic. Now I love it, don't get me wrong, it's a double-edged sword because you get that stellar fall rate, that really good salty action, that, you know, just that it's like a Senko. It's made out of the same plastic. At least that's what I found. That kind of plastic you just want to pull apart into little pieces, roll on your fingers. That gummy, salty, good stuff. It comes with a slight lack of durability, so that was one issue. If you are fishing something like a Ned style with a hook keeper like that, after resetting it 4 or 5 times, it just started slipping off the hook on my retrieves, you know. That's why I got a couple I saved that I'm gonna rig like this. Probably wouldn't ran into that issue as much with an EWG type hook, but who knows how this would have fared getting shot up that line, getting torn up in such a way. A couple fish I did catch with this bait when I was able to retrieve it, such as that drum and that last bass. Bait was in pretty good condition. Didn't have too many major tears or anything like that. All in all, awesome bait. Will fish again. Highly recommend it. That is another look at that Yamamoto Baits Yamatanuki. Now, I have to kind of check, make sure I'm saying that right. It's such a crazy name. That Yamatanuki. Anyhow, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Had a great time making this one. As always, be good to yourselves, be good to each other, and get some good fish on, my friends. I got another video coming out this Thursday. It's gonna be pretty sweet. We're doing some creek fishing. I'm exploring a brand new creek. Got kind of tipped off to one with some nice fish in it. We're gonna try to narrow in on that bite and see what we can catch. I'll catch y'all next time. Peace.